Namaste and welcome to Youth TV Show produced by Today's Youth Asia. Youth TV Show is a youth-led and youth-produced television show. It is the outcome of 9 years of hard work and dedication of our youths. My name is Kalyani and today we have with us a renowned filmmaker, Mr. Shyam Benegal. Mr. Benegal was awarded with Padma Shri in 1976 and Padma Bhushan in 1991. On August 8, 2007, he was awarded with Dada Saheb Phalke Award, which is regarded as the highest award in the Indian cinema. So let's welcome our guest to today's show.
You have won various national and international awards. What inspired you to become a director and a writer?
What inspired me to become a director? That's a tough question because as far as I recollect, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. And when I say I've always wanted to be a filmmaker, it goes back to the time when I was 5 or 6 years old, when I discovered cinema for the first time. And of course, we used to have, because my father happened to be a professional photographer, and he also had a 16mm movie camera. And he used to make films about his children, which used to be our evening entertainment at home. But it is when I went to a cinema for the first time and saw a film, and suddenly I was transported into the world of the film, the story of that film. I was really taken into that, sucked into that. And when I came out of the film, I said, my God, this is magical. It's magical. Because when you make a film and you can do this to a bunch of people who are seeing the film, you're taking them with you into a world far away from their own. It's quite an extraordinary experience. And this is what I wanted to do. And I'd never changed from that. You know, most young people, when they're about 15, 16, 17, all their early ambitions disappear. You know, most children, they say, I want to be a pilot, I want to do this, I want to do that. And eventually, they look at life in a more detail, and then they decide that this is probably not right for them. They're more suited for something else, and so on and so forth. That's how they make their choices. Or they're simply pushed into it, you know, in some cases. But in my case, it was absolutely unwavering from the word start. And there was nothing else I wanted to do in life except this. I was lucky because I managed to do that for a living and managed to enjoy myself to this day. Because to me, there's nothing like making a film, because people ask me sometimes, what do you do on holidays? I say, when I'm making a film, that's a holiday.
With movies such as Nishant, Ankur and Bhumika, you were the creator of the new or alternate cinemas. How can you see the future of these movies in such a commercial movie industry?
Oh, today, the future is very bright, particularly for young, independent-minded filmmakers. Such opportunities never existed, never before, except for a very short window when I started to make films in the early 70s. But since then, it's only now, in the last 7 or 8 years, opportunities have grown enormously for young people, particularly for those people who are independent-minded, who wish to make the kind of films that they want to make. They don't want to go on paths that have been opened up by other people, and they don't even want to follow the tracks that successful filmmakers have made. They want to make their own paths. They want to, create their own paths in cinema. To my way of thinking, it's an extraordinary development. It's a wonderful development, because it's a great development to see this happening in our country for young people. Because the opportunities now are there for them to make the kind of films they want to make. no longer are they stuck with the problem of having to make the kind of films that other people made before them, so that then they are simply parroting what the other people have already done, So today, it's not like that. The scene is different. In a small section, of course. I'm not talking of the mainstream. The mainstream will remain the mainstream, and they will make the kind of films they're making, because they are by far the most commercially lucrative and also viable.
In your movie, Manthan, the producers of the movie were over 5 lakh Gujarat farmers. How did you get the idea of having them as the producers, and how did you convince them to be the producers of the movie?
Well, you see, I was making several documentaries at that time for Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation and the National Dairy Development Board. And there was a whole kind of policy and to make, to maximize milk production in our country. And the route taken was by creating cooperatives of poor and marginal farmers, so that if you had large numbers of them who may have one cow or one buffalo or whatever, if they come together, they can produce more and they can earn more and they can also invest more in their own business. So this was started, the cooperatives began in Gujarat, and I was making documentaries about that. And there was a whole, as I said, there was a whole new plan which was called by the National Dairy Development Board to start milk cooperatives all over the country. And this plan was known as Operation Flood. That was one. And secondly, it was also called White Revolution, the White Revolution. So there was White Revolution 1 and there was White Revolution 2. And I made 2 documentaries about this whole process. And then I came up, because these were documentaries, and I wanted the films to be seen not by people within the business, like most documentaries are seen. I wanted it to be seen by people all over the country. And because this was such an extraordinary social revolution that was taking place in our country. And so I told Dr. Kurian, who was the head, the chairman and managing director of the National Dairy Development Board, and I said, this is what I want to do. I want to make a feature. I have some wonderful case histories, true stories, that we can put together to make a really entertaining film. So he said, how much do you think it will cost? I said, probably it will cost about 10 or 11 lakhs of rupees. So he said, you see, at the moment I have 500,000 farmers in the milk cooperatives. That is 5 lakh, 500,000. And he said, they come in the morning, they give milk, come in the evening, give milk, and the money from the morning is given to them in the evening, and money from the evening is given to them the next morning. So then he said, we will go to the farmers who come every morning and evening to give milk and tell them that it will cost them is 2 rupees, which they don't even have to advance. It will be taken from the money they're going to be earning. They won't even know. It's just 2 rupees per farmer. So 10 lakhs of rupees were put together, and I made the film, which was their film. So they were the producers. And when the film was released, they were also the first audience for the film, and they made it successful.
As a child living in India, you must have known that media was not such a promising career. How did your parents, or did they even object for you to going into such an industry?
You see, no, there wasn't any objection at all. Because I come from a family where my father was very Gandhian, in his thinking. And not only that, I come from a large family. And we were quite a large number of brothers and sisters. And so my father, who was a man of limited means, he didn't have too much money, and he decided that as far as the girls in the family were concerned, he would educate all of them to as much as they wanted. So doctor, professor, all that sort of thing. In the case of boys, he said after you matriculated, if you want to study, you will have to do it on your own strength. So some of us, 4 brothers, of which 2 of us decided, yes, we would go through college. So I had to do it entirely through scholarships. And therefore, there was a certain kind of independence that we had already achieved in that process. And because of the kind of parents I had, they never put pressure that I should be doing this or that or what. So there was no question. So nobody said don't do this. Nobody said do that. Except my parents used to worry when I was growing up, saying, where will you make films? Because I was growing up in a place called Hyderabad. At that time, there was no film industry anywhere close to that. Anywhere close, I mean nothing for a distance of at least 800 kilometers. So naturally, how can one think you in a small town where you are living to even imagine that you want to be a filmmaker? You would be considered as someone who has gone totally mad. So that was the only thing. There was a fear that will this boy make serious mistakes in his life, not because they felt that filmmaking was a terrible profession, but it was a very difficult profession to get into.